Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Bobby Skinner talking Giants. I wanted to make this quick video to talk about the Giants signing Isaiah Wilson per me. I broke the story, so suck it, media scumbags. Anyways, it was the first time I broke something. Felt kind of cool. It was fun to have some fun with it. But anyways, this is this is kind of decently big news. The Giants signed him to their practice squad. Was a 2020 first-round pick by the Titans out of Georgia. He was the right tackle, while Andrew Thomas was the left tackle at Georgia. Mauler in the run game had issues as a pass blocker. I'll play a clip. We talked about him in our draft preview for 2020. And this guy has been a mess since entering the league. The Titans drafted him, and I'll kind of explain what happened. Then the Dolphins trade a 7th-round pick for him, and it all goes haywire. So again, 2020 first-round pick comes into camp. He puts on the COVID list a couple times, and then right before the opening game, Wilson was arrested for DUI right before the season. So that's bad, obviously. But it's like, you know what? A lot of guys in the NFL have been arrested for DUI. Like, they're able to come back. They deal with some type of issues, suspensions. But again, in January, when the season was over, after Wilson had been suspended by the team a couple times, he's arrested for leading a police on a 140-mile-per-hour chase. 140 miles per hour chase. And they found 3.5 grams of marijuana in the car. Like, that's insane to lead a chase for 3.5 grams of marijuana in your car. And so it just didn't go well with the Titans. Like, just issues. He puts out on Instagram that, like, I don't want to play for the Titans anymore because they were trying to get him to work. He just kind of was a mess of a person at that point. And then in March, the Dolphins give up a 7th-round draft pick for him, and he doesn't even show up. Like, he doesn't show up for his physical, for his testing. And then he's posting on Instagram. It's one thing to get things posted about you. He's posting on Instagram of, like, him, standing on a car, partying, dancing, and he's just kind of had issues with partying, weight. And so the Dolphins, after trading the 7th-round pick for him, cut him. And then a few days later, he gets charged with felony fleeing and eluding or attempt to elude police officer, speeding in a construction zone, reckless driving, reckless conduct, possession of less than 1 ounce of marijuana, and possession and use of drug-related objects. So, Dolphins cut him. He's been out of the league since. Last week, visits with the Colts, and I'm talking about per sources, they tell him to lose 40 pounds. So he's overweight, like in the 400, 405 pounds right now. Came into the league at 355. He's 6'6". Tell him to come back, when he loses that weight. Then a few days ago, he posts on Instagram, "Dear world, some of you may know me as Gigi. Some of you may know me as Panda. Even some of you know me as the biggest bust in NFL history. Today, I write to you as Isaiah Wilson. Before the fame and glamour, I was just a kid trying to make history as the best player out of New York City." So he is a New York guy. "I was the hope for my hood. As time went on and success came my way, I struggled deeply with trying to prove who I was to everyone, counting on my wins. I lost myself. I lost my mental. I lost my ability to love. I lost it all. When I lost, seemingly everyone who was once in my corner was gone. The ones that have remained, I love you. Today, I write to you as Isaiah Wilson, not asking for forgiveness, but hoping for a second chance. With the time I've had away from the game, I've learned so much about who I am as a human. I finally love myself, and it feels incredible. I now am ready to step back on the field with pride, integrity, and passion. Thank you to everyone who hasn't left my side. I'll never forget you. And to the ones who ran away, I forgive you. I'm back and better than ever. Let's go." So the Giants bring him in, sign him to the practice squad, per me, per source, per Bobby Skinner. And I like the move. If he is trying to get straight and kind of get his life back on track. Because I'm a big believer in second, third, fourth, fifth chances, especially for, a guy who's 22 years old. So, people do change. Now, do a lot of people not change? Yes, but there is examples of people who had everything and it, had a wake-up call and they changed their lives. So I'm a big believer in that. But the Giants need to be extremely strict with him. Zero tolerance, and let him know. If you screw up, we're going to let you go. We're not playing games with you. And he's got, teammates need to hold him accountable. Andrew Thomas was his teammate at Georgia. Obviously, Azeez Ojulari, Tay Crowder, and Lorenzo Carter were his teammates at Georgia. So guys are there. The O-line coach, Rob Sale, was the guy who recruited him to Georgia. He's from New York, so he's back local. Family can help. But, a guy like Nate Solder, take him under your wing. I'm not telling you to bring him home to your family and, feed him every night. But, talk to him. Try and preach to him. So I'm a big believer in second chances. Give the guy a chance. But you got to have a zero tolerance policy. And then as far as him as a football player, he's a really good run blocker at Georgia. Now, he's got issues in the pass game, like he got beat on the edge, he got beat inside. He just kind of had some mess with his footwork. But he can move dudes in the run game. And I would eventually, if he works out, try and play him at guard. Because he's dealing with weight issues, those pass issues. I just don't ever see those going away for Isaiah. You know, I always thought he was a great fit with Tennessee, and then Titans actually drafted him because he plays like he was a good fit of that like replacement for Jack Conklin, where he's that run blocker, and you know he can be used as a pass blocker and some of the play action stuff. But I would move him to guard, kind of the same way Washington did with Eric Flowers. Get a guy who's big and strong, but maybe doesn't have the best feet, and move him to guard. You know, I know it's a big frame for guard. But you know what? Like, I'm kind of over, like, oh, this guy doesn't fit the perfect cookie cutter for this position. This guy's arms aren't long enough for this, or his height is too tall for guard. Let him play guard. Like, I would give him that shot. And obviously, he has to prove it out on the field. In the practice squad, there's very little risk. You know, I don't think he's going to come in and be a cancer to the team, even if he's screwing up. Have a zero tolerance for him. But I do want to play the 1-minute clip we talked about on our podcast from the draft preview. All right, next on my list, and now we're getting to the guys that aren't ready year one. And I think we might stop with this. I think we might just do 8 guys. We're getting ready to the draft. Isaiah Wilson, another Georgia guy, 6'6", 350 pounds. He ran a 5.3 240, had 26 bench press reps and a 5.07 shuttle, 24 career starts. Now he's a hog molly. He gets movement in the run game. He's a mauler. He's not too, like, you see 6'6", 350, and you think, oh, he should lose some weight, but his frame looks good. He looks like cookie cutter. He's got, like, clamps. He's got, like clamps for hands, dude. Once he gets his hands on you, you're not getting him off him. But against speed, it's not great. He gets beat around the edge. He could get beat inside. He's got issues. Chase, like a guy like Chason, like, did really well against him. So he's got potential. He's a guy that has a lot of potential. But if he's starting year one, man, there's going to be some really ugly moments.
All right, my next guy is Ben Bartch.
So that's what we've got on Isaiah Wilson. Take a chance on me. Take a chance on him. And make sure you credit Bobby Skinner when you talk about him. All right, I'm going to stop tooting my horn too much. Appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe to the channel. If you like O-line stuff, check out the O-line report. You like film review, check out the film review. You like stats, check out the stat report. Like a podcast, check out the podcast. We got everything. Appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe. Bam, bam, bam. Let's go Big Blue.